and welcome. My name is Melody and this is the Melody Crochet Podcast, where I come to you from my home here in Texas and share my yarn obsessed life on a weekly basis. I hope you're doing well. If you're new, welcome. Here at my channel you'll find tutorials, reviews, and my podcast on yarn. I do hauls, I share my monthly favorites, and basically just go to town making friends. It's nice to meet you. Now, if you're returning, give you a big hug. Thank you for stopping in. And everybody, if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, those are always very, very welcome down below in the comment section. Also, down below, you'll find the social media buttons if you'd like to get in contact that way. Thanks for stopping in. I think that's all that we have for admin right now. We will be doing the giveaway for 5,000 subscribers next week. Super, super excited. Thank you so much for all the sharing and all the liking and all the subscribing. I am so happy that I've gotten to get to know all of you, and through the comment section and social media I've made so many friends, and it's just so much fun. So if you're thinking of doing one yourself, I cannot suggest it more. And thanks for stopping in. Oh, we need an along pretty soon too. I'm thinking pumpkin spice. I got some pumpkin spice themed yarn because this time of year, aren't they everywhere? So I made sure to get provisions this year. Know what I mean? I'm ready. And let's start with finished objects. Now, the first thing I finished was right after I made my shawl video, where I did the review of Yarn Bee's Rainbow Rhapsody. I went ahead and finished something that I've been working on. It took 2 balls of yarn. This is how much I had left. This is the Symphonia by Turquesa. I get it over at Hobby Lobby. It's the Yarn Bee. Actually, I don't think it is the Yarn Bee brand. I think it's just called Symphonia. And the color is Turquesa. I got this pattern. It's a tutorial on YouTube. My preferred mode of pattern making. It is a Spanish tutorial. It is in Spanish. I'm not sure where she was from. I don't speak Spanish, so I just have to watch very, very carefully. I know, it's weird. Think of it as an extra added challenge to the whole crochet game. But loving Symphonia, sport weight, 100% cotton. It is mercerized and amazing, and these details are beautiful. I love the bias direction of the front on the bodice, and in the back, instead of tying or lacing as so many halters do, it does go pretty low, but look how cute that is. It closed right up. So pretty. I went ahead and just did some straps. Probably could have gone a little bit longer, but I didn't want them going all the way down my back, so I can't really tie them in a bow. I kind of do a half bow where you just kind of wrap around and it's secure. And it is rather secure. Was kind of questioning when she was doing the straps this way. My hair is literally in it. Took some video of me in this. Right over my mom uniform, because that's how I wear it. I know it seems a little silly, but I'm not going to show that much skin. My life is active. You gotta be careful. I just use it for a pop of color right over my tank tops, even though so much of my tank top is totally showing. I love it. We still have at least another month of hot weather here in Texas, so I'm gonna get lots of use out of this, and the rest of my ball, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on some flip-flops. I collect these from Old Navy when they are $1. They're my favorite flip-flops, and they're so easy to decorate, so I get about a dozen at a time. So $10, $12, and I have 12 pairs of flip-flops that last me more than a year of decorating fun. So if you want to see me decorate those, let me know down below in the comments and I will share that. Otherwise, I'll just assume you guys are like, oh, okay, we're good on that. We don't need that. And then, so I get ready to do my shawl, and the mother-in-law texts me, I need a blanket for winter. She's in Arizona. I'll go on to talk about my visit. I visited her in this last week, and I'm like, you need a blanket? It's like 115 there right now. Turns out Winter's my niece, the 2-year-old one. Her name's Winter. And I made my mother-in-law a blanket. It's kind of a throw. It was a 3x5 square with 12-inch squares, and I used lavender and white Caron Simply Soft. And it was 12-inch squares, so you can get the feel. It was about 5x3 feet, just a nice throw, and it was a motif where these squares look like angels. Really pretty. And she's had it for about 8 years, and I guess Little Winter, who goes over and visits quite often, she lives nearby, has been putting it over her head and pretending she's a ghost, and it's kind of making my mother-in-law think she's gonna kind of do some damage to the motif. So she asked me to make her one for herself, so I made her a blanket. And this is also Caron Simply Soft in white and lavender, so same yarn, same colors. And I went with one of, since she's putting it over her head, I wanted lots of holes. Safety first, people. She's 2. She's just a tiny little munchkin. And let's see if we can read it. My son says he can't read it. Okay, whatever. But here's a W. And there's a Y. There's an N. There it is. Okay. And there's a T, an E, and an R. So winter. And I went ahead and decorated it with some little flowers in the mesh. And I did the tutorial for the blog. It will be up very shortly because I've never had a chance when I've made one of these to do the write-up. So I haven't. And people have asked several times from the last ones that I've shared on the blog. So I'm really excited to be able to share this time. It's about 3.5 feet tall by 5 feet wide, 60 inches. Each square is an inch, and it's 60 squares wide. So I'm quite pleased. I think she's gonna love it. I'm so excited to send it. It needs to go in the mail today because, oh my gosh, I have so much to send in the mail. It's so embarrassing. Another finished object. While I was in Arizona, I was at Walmart. We were gathering the provisions, as you do when you go visit someone, and you can't bring everything on the airplane. Oh my gosh, breaking things. But you can't bring everything on the airplane. Couldn't bring much in the way. I didn't want to bring much in the way of hooks, and I didn't want to bring, you know, yarn needles and scissors and such, because we took Spirit Airlines. It was an 1.5-hour flight, and all we brought was a backpack each. It was fabulous. 3 days, we don't need suitcases, right? It's so hot there. You can't even wear much to begin with. I get there and I found yarn because I'm going to be there for 3 days. It might be short enough to not have to bring much clothes, but you're still going to need yarn. So I went there. We're at Walmart and I got this massive thing. Well, not this one actually. This one. Of Red Heart Sweet Home. And it's so squishy. I know I'm already getting into what have I done, but really it's a finished object because I got one of these and then I just went to town making myself slippers and found my own little pattern that I liked, and I'm going to be sharing that this week because I just think they're perfect because you get one of these and it makes, I made 4 adult size slippers and had enough left over. I could easily make a baby hat for the charity box. And the slippers are fabulous if you're looking for the charity projects too, because when people are in a situation, they definitely need to cover up their feet. So fabulous if you want to give away, fabulous for stocking stuffers, fabulous if you just want them by the front door in case somebody comes to visit and you'd like them to take their shoes off. Totally up to you. But I love wearing mine. I've been wearing them ever since I made them, and I'm like, I have to share because this yarn is too fun. So I was at Walmart yesterday. I grabbed another one of these so I could do the tutorial. Figured it was the easiest color to see. They don't have any reasonable solid colors. Nothing pretty. I didn't have Bernat blanket. Same thing. Super bulky, 100% polyester, that chenille-y microfiber feel. Fabulous on your feet. Not fabulous, you know. I wouldn't make a sweater. Some people do though. It looks warm, but being in Texas and visiting places like Arizona, I might die. I could literally die. What happened to her? Red Heart Sweet Home. I wouldn't put it on my body because It doesn't feel very breathable, and it's really thick, and I don't know. Let me know if you've used it for any wearables, please. This or the Bernat blanket that's super bulky. I'm very curious because it's nice, but I'm not sure what I would do with it or how it would feel. But you get 300 grams for $8 at Walmart, and that's 10.5 ounces and 193 yards. And so far I made 4.5 slippers and have quite a little bit left over from just one ball. I went with the denim colors because they were neutral and they were matching everything I brought with me. So super bulky, and they suggest an M hook. That's weird because over here it says an L hook. Oh, I see. The back suggests an M hook, but the project was an L hook. I saw the L hook suggestion on the side of mine when I was shopping, and I did use an L hook for my slippers. So I just grabbed a hook while I was there. And I did try, when I got home, I forgot it was an L hook, and I was working it up for the pattern and redoing it, and I used an N hook for some reason. I just transposed in my mind completely, and that came out so big. It is funny how different an L hook and an N hook are. That is 2 millimeters, which is 25% of your L hook. It's beefy. Now we are deep within whips territory now. I know I kind of slid over to what have I done, but we're going to continue that later. And I'm going to take a sip of tea. I got the Arizona and the Phoenix mug from the Starbucks, and today I am having pumpkin spice chai, which is fabulous. I am all for pretending it's fall. I know the kids are back to school. We started homeschooling a few weeks back, but yeah, it's still over 100 degrees outside. I'm wearing like double layer sunscreen and stuff, just slathering down. It's hot out there, but works in progress. I am working on my Poly B shawl, but I did finish my blank. This is for my Poly B wrap. It is I Love This Yarn in Aubergine. And now that I've finished this big blank area in the center, I get to have the fun. This is on a L hook also. I was working on an N hook when I was holding 2 strands together because it was originally, according to the pattern in Simply Crochet issue 84, they wanted 2 strands of DK weight yarn held together on an N hook, but that was just crazy. It was absolutely a rug. So I went down to 1 strand of the Aran weight yarn, and I went down to an L hook, which worked up really nicely. It looks kind of small, but it really opens up when you actually explore it. And as I'm adding below and above it and appliquing and sewing into it, it's gonna open up a lot. I don't think I'm actually going to block it because I find that blocking things in acrylic with applique doesn't turn out very well, but it'll open up on its own just with gravity and use and wear. And now I get to go on to the appliques and the stripes. I'm so excited. I don't know. I picked up some yarns to work on with it. This is I Love This Yarn in purple. Right? It's super pretty. And this is Teal Sparkle, and I love this yarn. What do you think? It's a little jewel tony. I added that strip of lavender. It's probably coming out. I don't know. I love contrast, but I'm just not feeling that strip of lavender. I definitely want to add some pinks and some hot pinks and some dark pinks. I'm probably going to delve deep into the land of tacky, but I have no time frame on that. It's just completely addictive. I'm working on my other shawl, and I'm really hoping I can keep my hands off my Poly B, but I probably won't be able to. The shawls are my only works in progress. So now we can get into what have I done. And first off and foremost, I went to Michael's. Karen Latte cakes are back, which is life altering. Guys, everybody asked me after I showed my sweater. Everybody asked me if the yarn was coming back. Unfortunately, I made my sweater as they were going on clearance, which was frustrating for me and you guys. And everybody was asking everybody, Karen latte cakes, Karen latte cakes, because we all realized very late in the game that this wasn't irritating. It looks like it would be, doesn't it? Oh, it looks like it'd be a tickly, itchy mess. And it's so not. So it's just soft and lovely and adorable and amazing. Just fluffy, but not itchy at all. And bulky weight, so it works up in a jiffy. I got, is it mist gray? No, gray velvet. I got gray velvet. I went with 2 cakes. They want to be a sweater, they told me. Check out the pattern on the side. Crochet mittens. How much do we all need these crochet mittens? Hopefully I have enough extra to make some mittens out of. And they also have this, it looks like crochet, for 3 balls. So that's 1 ball. For 3 balls, you can make, oh, it is knitted. You can hardly tell. This is not a stitch definition yarn. But look at that scarf. So pretty. You could definitely crochet that. Might need a little bit more yarn. But so pretty. Ooh, I might need I've lost my words. And then, as I was exploring, I saw that we have clearance on the Bernat Baby Velvet, as well as the Lion Brand bonus bundle size Feels Like Butter. And I did the review on the Feels Like Butter. I had 2 of the massive balls in lilac, so I grabbed a 3rd one. And also for $5 was the Bernat Baby Velvet. Oh my gosh, several of the solids color, the muted ones and the baby colors. They have the light gray and the cream color and the light pink and the medium pink. But this one, I got 2 of these, and I'm hoping to be able to make kind of a crop sweater. Not crop show my stomach, just not long. And either a V-neck or a turtleneck. I love the velvet yarn. It was so hard not to get the purple, but I have the purple in storage because of the whole parvo quarantine. So I don't want to get more of what's actually in there because this year is flying. It is September, friends. What happened there? So I will be in that yarn before too long. It's actually going into storage right now because we're selling the house. Did I say that? Yeah. What have I been up to? What haven't I been up to? I have those projects on deck. I really, and somebody challenged me the other day to use all my yarn in a month. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. I think I can do it. I haven't stashed up too much. I think I could do it. Maybe not this sock yarn, but I don't have a ton of sock yarn because I also got in the What Have I Done? Joann's I visited, and we have to look at this together. This is called Beach Bag. It is heat wave yarn. Look at that technology right there. Would you look at that? That's some infrared right there. But size 4 medium weight yarn, so worsted weight. They're suggesting an eye hook, but that's not why it's in my hands. We all know that. 100% acrylic, supposedly, even in the shade. If you put it out in the sun, even if it was cold outside, if you put it in the sunlight, it generates warmth. And somehow, here in Texas, where it's like 100 degrees, you and I are going to figure out if that's true. We can do it. I don't know where either. We'll figure it out. Some outdoor air conditioned in the shade situation. But I'm thinking a cowl because that purple's really pretty. What do you think? It's soft. It feels a lot like Vanna's Choice, but it's Red Heart Heat Wave, heat generating yarn. And we're gonna explore it together. So, and then pumpkin spice time, right? I've got the pumpkin spice chai tea going on here. I put out my fall decorations, even though it's a total joke. It's a farce. It's a farce, people. It's not really fall here in Texas. It will be though. I'm thinking after Halloween decorations, that whole month of Thanksgiving decorations, that's like my fall. I should have just kept the summer decorations up because really it feels silly to have pumpkins everywhere with the weather the way it is. But it's okay. It's all in good fun. And it's cute, and we'll be showing the house to a lot of people, so it's low key, not too, you know, let's just say my Christmas and my Halloween are a little over the top. So this is not over the top. But pumpkin spice a long time, am I right? I went over to Yarn and You, it's a nearby yarn store, and I saw this. I have used Regia 6 Fatigue before, it means 6 ply, and it is sport weight. You get 150 grams, it's $20, which is way too much for yarn. I know, it's way too much for yarn, but it feels so good, and the socks last forever. They're so rugged and amazing, and I made a pair for my son out of this. He's a size 13 socks. I shared it with you guys how fast it was, because that's a big foot to put fingering weight yarn on. That would be crazy. So I get my own now. I do need to find something for the toes and heels though, because it would have to be sport weight. I might be able to hold something double, or I could just use this from toe and over the heel all the way up, but the striping might look a little funky. We will see, but it's gotta happen soon. Pumpkin spice time. Okay. Now that is about all for me. I do have some videos coming up in the very near future. You're going to see the slipper tutorial, and we'll be doing some yarn reviews and the month end favorites. So if you're up for that, like, subscribe, and do all that wonderful stuff. Thank you for stopping in. If you have any questions or comments, those are always welcome down below. Have a great week, and I will see you in a couple. Following this will probably be my visit to a yarn store in Arizona, some pictures from the baseball game that we went to. We went to a Diamondbacks game where they played the Dodgers, and a hike that we went on. And the hike was at Lost Dutchman Mountain. So enjoy. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Oh, it's like a poncho. What's it called? Oh, it's available on Ravelry. It's called Waiting for Fall. I think we need this.
Very neat.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Bags.
What
are you trying to say? I love it. Look at the bags. A little. Mostly crochet though.
You fill out your name and your phone number, or how you would ever like us to get a hold of you.
So puffy. What's it made of? It's all superwash merino. It does not feel chemically at all though.
Hi.
Hi.
We need to
Oh my gosh, I need that.
Bag for a 15-inch one in the bright color. Can you, I'm not sure if those are even in the system. I don't think they are.
Oh, how pretty.
Can you do that for me? Bright,
Delicious yarn is what it's called. Oh, delicious. How cute.
Right, yeah.
They have sparkle.
Exactly. Yep. Perfect, thank you. Correct, yep. Perfect, thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, these are so beautiful.
And all set. She will have the prices, she'll put it in the system for us and all that stuff. Perfect. So, all right. That, I'll finish the rest of it real quick.
Oh, those are
And you're going to wait for our
massive.
regular orders, right, to put it on?
How pretty.
Shipping, you going to pick it up here? Okay.
Mugs.
Oh, that was
So convenient. That's like the only one. Apparently, that's popular color.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. Pretty sure. I think we ordered one from that, and I think that was the color.
That was the color she picked. Okay. Good, good. Great. You like it or not?
Ooh, I love Pima cotton. Isn't that pretty?
Fine. They're in Guatemala. That's why too. They're made by mine.
Yeah, you know, I actually looked at fabric and
What looks like a lot of cotton. Is this cotton too? Oh, it's half cotton, half superwash wool. Feels good, not super soft, but nice and sturdy. Not drying like cotton usually is. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Oh, they have roving. Look at the colors. Oh wow.